So Sulu's gay in the next film. I have no problem with that. But it has sparked some controversy, and I wonder, I just wonder what's actually happening here. Because, I mean, I've read some very good commentary, and initially it was, people were just passing off as, oh, this is this big event that Sulu's going to be gay. And most people were pretty much fine with it, until George Takei weighed in. And he weighs in and he says, look, that's not the character that Gene Roddenberry created. That's not his character. And if you want to honour me or my activism as a gay man for gay rights, then why not create a character that's intended to be gay? Why try and take what from the original series, from what Gene created, and transform it into something else? Like, why do that? Why not just create a character? Wouldn't that be more honourable to have a character that is, was created for the purposes of the show, for the purposes of the movie, who happened to be gay? Simon Pegg responded and he said, well, look, no, that's actually not... he respectfully disagreed, of course. He respectfully disagreed, and he said, no, look, we felt that, firstly, yes, they wanted to honour George Takei and his plight as a gay man in fighting for gay rights, but they felt that having a main character was a far more significant gesture than just having an additional character or some sort of role that walks on screen, or some sort of character who was just a gay man doing, getting onto the movie as a villain or as a side character, whatever. And they said they didn't want to just make someone for the film. They wanted this to be a significant gesture. So they said, look, making a main character a gay character says far more than making a side character a gay man. And I've read different commentaries, and you can sort of see both sides, and I just don't know. One side saying that, yeah, you know what, making a side character a gay person, or having a gay person in the film as a side character, is just tokenism. It takes the gay agenda and says, well, look, let's be tokenistic about this, and let's just throw in a gay person. But then I sort of listen to George Takei, and I wonder if, well, at the same time, how is making a main character any less tokenistic? Simon Pegg said that they wanted to have a gay person to honour, well, not to honour, but to demonstrate, to have something significant there on behalf of gay rights. And they wanted to honour the work that George Takei had done in his lifetime for gay activism. And so they made Sulu gay. And I kind of sit there and I think, well, isn't that the very presence of tokenism as well? Like, you're going to make any main character on the show gay. You choose to make it Sulu because the guy who played him happened to be gay and has happened to also worked on behalf of gay rights. And I kind of wonder, well, if this is such a significant gesture, why not make Captain Kirk gay? Why not make Spock gay? And I just don't feel, I think in the whole spectrum of the thing, I feel like either side is being tokenistic, or at least both sides are suggesting ways of being more tokenistic. And I don't feel the argument is over really the future of sexuality or human sexuality in this world. I kind of wonder if Trek couldn't have done more to have actually given a vision of the future. See, I think anything outside of the story, if you're just putting something into the story because you want to make sure that you've covered your back, you want to make sure that you're doing something on behalf of whatever it is, that to me is tokenistic. It doesn't matter what it was. But if it was integral to the story, if having a relationship was an important part of the story, and if the character was gay, then no problem. I mean, that's the point of the having that relationship is important to the story. Whereas from what I've heard, this is just a scene where they bust into his bedroom, and he's got his male lover there. How's that integral to the story? And I know, look, the big issue is that a lot of the times sex in movies is tokenistic. It's tantalizing. They throw it into films because, it gets people excited and they love seeing sex in a film. But I don't think we're actually showing a vision of the future to have one character gay. I mean, maybe if they were looking at a world in which, for starters, it was irrelevant whether who they were having sex with. I mean, I feel Doctor Who gives a better position of sexuality in the future, a real vision of what the future could bring through Captain Jack Harkness. He doesn't care what gender you are. He doesn't even care what species you are. And I think that's more a vision of the future. When you look at the work of Peter Singer, he's talking about speciesism. Like when he talks about vegetarianism, he talks about being speciesistic. Why are we speciesistic? We're all animals. Maybe that's a better vision of the future, where it doesn't matter who you're having sex with or what it is. If you love them, maybe if it's about love or it's about relationship or it's about intimacy or even if it's just about, I don't know, having sex, then maybe it doesn't matter. I don't feel there's any value in the film for one character to be gay, whether it's a side character or a main character, any more than I feel it's important that Captain Kirk has sex with every girl that walks onto the bridge of the ship. To me, that's irrelevant to what's going on. Maybe if that relationship was significant. In the movies, at least, Spock and Uhura, they have their relationship is integral to the film. It creates tension, as much as I don't really care for it. And at the end of the day, I think the thing we need to realise is that the Abrams franchise of Star Trek is not canon. It is outside of canon. So I don't think anyone really gets to complain either way. And I certainly am not complaining. I think what we need to look for is, well, are we really positing a positive vision of the future when it's just one character? I mean, who cares? And if it's not important to the film, then why is this even an issue? Why don't we just brush it off? Why do we even need to include it? Who knows? I don't know. Like, and I'm willing to admit that maybe, being a straight guy, maybe I need to be better informed. And I'd love to hear from people. If you think that this is a great move or a bad move or whatever, or if you think I need that my idea of this not actually being a better, positing a better vision of the future, well, then challenge it. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. But I just feel that we need to move beyond this idea of, well, let's have a gay character, or I mean, it's just the same as I was saying. Well, Star Trek doesn't represent handicapped people enough, so we need to have someone who's paralyzed in the film. And we don't want to just have it tokenistically done with a side character. No, we're going to do this. We're going to do this by choosing one of the main characters and paralyzing them. Is it important to the story? Okay. Is it not? Then why bother? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm just mulling things over, and I really don't know if I'm anywhere on the situation yet. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, I gotta go. You have a good one. I'll see you next time.